Welcome everybody to the October edition of the Gaiscioch Family Summit. This is October 2015. I'm your host, Benjamin Foghladha Foley, the founder and activities director for the Gaiscioch Social Gaming Community. Today we're going to be going over a little bit of an update on our status of our various avenues that we do, our magazine, our web series, our ESO and GW2 chapters, general community stuff. So today, to kick things off, I kind of did like a little agenda style thing for our community update. First thing we're going to talk about, Extra Life 2015. If you're not involved yet, get involved. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to go crazy this year. We got stuff everywhere going on. So be sure to sign up to that. If you can't attend it and want to donate, definitely check out our donation link. We're going to be going pink in October. Most of us are already pink. We do this every year to support breast cancer awareness. So be sure to dye your clothes pink. We got our guild logos already pink. One really neat gem for you Elder Scrolls players is go out in the Cyrodiil, and it appears that ZeniMax decided to change all the guards colors to pink. It's like all the guards in ESO right now are all wearing pink, so that's really cool of ZeniMax. Hats off to you guys for doing that. We also have our East Coast Gaiscioch celebration coming up in a few weeks here for the Gaiscioch pioneers that are out there that helped us test shards online. Thank you so much for showing up. That was a lot of fun. Even in its early state, it was still really good, and we had a lot of fun doing it. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of an overview about the Gaiscioch Loot Vault. This is something that you guys should start using and enjoy. And then we're going to kind of give you a little foresight in the Gaiscioch State of the Family live stream coming November. I believe November 7th. And then we're going to talk a little bit about the CNR notes, updates, and the changes that are going to be happening with that. So, Extra Life 2015. Join us November 6th and 7th for the Great Epic Adventure Hunt. This is going to be 2 days, 24 hours, of over 12 games. We're going to be broadcasting live. We're going to be showing Vindicus, Devillain, Arcage, Rift, Guild Wars 2, Warphase, Neverwinter Nights, or Neverwinter, I should say, Skyforge, Aeon, Shards Online, Elder Scrolls Online, and Terra. So if you're interested in joining us for that little 12-game hop, be sure to sign up. You can learn more at gsch.info/p/1222207. Yeah, just like on the site right there. You can always sign up and register to participate by going to gsch.info/extralife-register, or you can donate by extralife-donate, and those will take you to the donate or register pages. I want to thank you in advance for all your support in this. This has been a big thing for this is our 5th year doing it. Raised over $25,000 so far for Children's Miracle Network. So hats off to you guys in advance. This is going to be a rocking good time. We're going to have events in both ESO and Guild Wars 2 going throughout the weekend that people can participate in if you can't play any of these other ones. Next up, go pink for October. Took some pictures. Just kind of stole some pictures off Facebook. Posted them up here for you guys. We are going pink. Our logos are pink. Our emblem is pink. Our magazine cover for the October edition is pink. Yes, that's right. We're going pink. So if you didn't get the memo, we are pink this month. East Coast Gaiscioch celebration. Next stop is in Atlanta. Join Foghladha and Gaiscioch for this year's 2015 East Coast Gaiscioch celebration at Fado's Irish Pub in Atlanta, Georgia. We are celebrating our 14th year of Epic Memories. This is October 16th at 7 p.m. Learn more at gsch.info/FadoEast. Want to say thank you to all those Gaiscioch pioneers who helped us last weekend. Thank you so much for your work. Be sure to submit those surveys. You should have gotten a survey in your email. You need to make sure that everybody fills that out. They need to know what you like, what you don't like. If you have a problem with the murdering that we were experiencing in the very first town, you need to let them know so that they know to fix that, because it was rather rough and we don't want to be murdered when we come into the game the first time. So hint hint, fill out the survey, let them know.
What if we haven't gotten the survey yet?
You should have gotten one in the email if you were one of the testers. If you logged in that day, you should have had one already. Alright, introducing the Gaiscioch Loot Vault. Touch with me afterwards and we'll work something out. You should have gotten one, but it might have gone into spam. So the Gaiscioch Loot Vault I've created this past month. It allows you to exchange your extra Family Vault credits for games and real-world loot. Items include real-world loot, like the emblem patches that you see a lot of Gaiscioch members getting when they come to one of the real-world meetups. The Steam, GOG.com, Uplay keys, all the extra keys that we get from doing the Humble bundles and stuff like that, we're throwing up there for you guys to claim. Beta and alpha opportunities, whenever we get those keys, we're going to throw them up there and let you guys go away at getting them. Right now we have some, they are, I don't think we have any more of the Rainbow Six ones, but we got Gigantic up there. There's definitely some Gigantic keys that you guys can get. And that's pretty much instantly. All you got to do is spend those extra Family Vault credits to get it. Go to the Loot Vault by visiting gaiscioch.info/loot vault. State of the Family livestream. This is our annual big kind of Gaiscioch press conference. We invite all the media. We invite the gaming communities to come out and see what we got planned. This is where we do our big reveals, new trailers, new opportunities. All those things get discussed at the Gaiscioch Family or State of the Family. So definitely tune in November 7th at 4 p.m. Pacific. It'll be right here on Twitch, gaiscioch.info/Twitch, and YouTube Live, gaiscioch.info/YouTube Live. This will talk about our past, our present, and our future of the Gaiscioch Social Gaming Community. Get ready for a year filled with social adventures. And then the CNR notes. This is going to start being delivered after the summit and include the video of the summit. I figure that it might be nice to have the notes come out with the summit. That way everything's there in video form or in written form. So whichever way you prefer to find out your news, you'll have it right there in front of you. I figure this would be a nice way to do it, and it'll definitely help with getting all the metrics and stuff on one thing instead of trying to do it on two different ones. So the Gaiscioch Family Outlook, September 2015, active population Gaiscioch. We experienced a 3% decline down to 761 active members. That's people that have played in the last 7 days. GW2, we had 461, which is a 5% gain over the last 7 days, and then in ESO 224, which is a 14% drop in the last 7 days. So compared to last year, we were 3% last year. We had 1,042. GW2 had 497, which was a negative 4% from the month prior, and ESO had 478, which was 14% less than the prior month. So ESO pretty much did the exact same thing it did last year. So, first up is going to be Elder Scrolls Online. Do I have any of our event leaders here that would like to promote their events?
Sure thing.
Go for it.
I got 2 events going on. This is Ian on Monday and Thursday night at 4 Pacific time, so 7 my time, which is Eastern. The Monday we concentrate on the world boss and Dolmen and public dungeons and clearing out the maps and the lower non-vet areas of Ebonheart Park, and then the Thursday we try to get all those awesome sky shards that give us kill point all over the place. That's pretty much it.
All right. Anyone else?
We're doing Hell Raw, and Sundays and Wednesday we'll do in Hell Raw, AA, and if we finish AA this week on Sunday, both of them, we're going to take a look at the new dungeon, Ethol, so we'll move in around there. And we've lost one of the person who does AVA at night, so I'm thinking about starting a AVA for beginners.
Very nice.
The next coming 2 weeks, I will be hosting various Imperial City dungeon runs in order to get PvE sets out of them. Anyone who is higher level is welcome to attend those.
Awesome.
And I'm still doing the Craig Lorne runs. And we'll decide tonight, depending on how long this goes, whether we're going tonight or it'll be next Saturday night. But they're very good for your low level, your V1s and up. They get you up and they get you some blues and some purples.
Very nice.
go along with that, we do a Friday evening. We go and do some of the Craiglorn questing. It's ESO's attempt to force people into a group, so it's all four-man games. Part of the game that you must go into four-man dungeons and complete. Sometimes it can be done as three, but that goes on, and we're trying to get everybody at the same level so we can keep progressing at the same time. Also, every day at 12 noon Pacific, we have a time set aside for running our gold and silver keys. People just kind of show up about that time and divide yourselves up into group and go crazy.
Awesome. There's still a lot of good events on the calendar for ESO. If you want to find out more about the ESO events, just go to gsch.info/ESO events, and that will jump you right to our ESO calendar. Last time I looked, there's like about 14 to 16 events listed. So definitely a lot of activity going on, a lot of dungeon runs every single day. So if you're into dungeons, ask away in guild chat. There are a ton of people doing them. Those are always being posted. So definitely connect with people.
Yeah, I just want to take a real quick jump in here a little bit. I know that there's been some talk about, as far as guild chat typing things in and not getting an answer right away. Be aware that ESO is the type of game that when you're in the middle of something, you're doing something, you need both hands to fight. So the answers, what you're looking for, if you need an answer right away, whatever, might not be forthwith coming using guild chat. We are asking everyone as they come in to use voice chat. It's much easier, quicker, and safer to use voice chat to ask for an invite or get a group together. Otherwise, it doesn't get lost in the minutia that comes across the guild chat and the chat itself. So I just want to put that out there that there's been some comments made. We don't mean to lose anything. We're not ignoring anything. A lot of times we just don't have time to get it. So voice comms is a tool that we use, and we would like everyone to use it. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Pops. That is a very good reminder. Please feel free to use voice comms as much as possible. I know sometimes it gets a little noisy. There's nothing wrong with jumping in an AFK channel or muting your earphone, microphone if you need to listen to something. But it definitely does help for us to communicate to one another. In both games, GW2 and ESO, they're very active games, and if you stop for a moment, you die. So it's very hard to sometimes view guild chat. So definitely log into the game box as much as you can. At least be there to listen. It helps out a lot.
There's a question there, Fog, about voice comm information going out to non-GSCH or Gaiscioch members.
gsch.info/voice. There. It's out to everybody, the entire world.
There you yeah, okay. Well, that's what I knew that, but I think it gets lost sometimes in the minutia of life where they don't know, but that is a communication that anybody can use.
We welcome anybody, everybody, people who aren't even part of Gaiscioch. If you're a random person on the internet that likes cat videos, feel free to join up. Love to chat with you. We got lots of cat videos.
There you go. You got her, Brugada? Brutagada. I should have known.
See, cats! Brutal cat.
Yep.
Brutal cat right there. Just like that cat cave we experienced last night. It's scary. What's up with that freaky boy? It only took us like an hour and a half to get in the bloody cat cave. I swear.
Yeah, you got in. That's what's important.
Eventually. Anyway, so next order of business is the population update. Please, please, please don't freak out. We're not closing any chapters. We're not going that direction. We have experienced, closures in the past when we've gone to these numbers, and I want you to rest of these. Our elder team has come up with a different plan, and we're going to try something awesome, and it's going to work because I say it's going to work. So we do not want to close down ESO. We know that we are not going to ever see the light of big guilddom again in ESO probably. So we're going to start changing our idea and becoming something that we can be and we can succeed at. We're not going to try to force us to be a big guild. We're going to embrace the small to medium guild life and really shine at that. So Population update, that's what ESO looks like since launch. Up here in the early days, this was pretty much Alacrity eating our face as God Mode Emperors. Down to about here. That was pretty much when we were trying to do AVA and we're getting butchered because of the one-man guy that could kill 150 people. We did get a jump back when it went free to play, but since then it has been going down. We have only seen 4 ups the entire history of ESO. That's mainly because this game is very solo dependent. It's not a game where you have to have a guild, and guilds don't really have a face. We have a logo, but we don't have nameplates. Nobody knows who we are. And as Gaiscioch, we don't promote in chat channels, which means that pretty much our family has been invisible since the day that we came. And that doesn't help us build our numbers. So, not to panic, because we do have some challenges in front of us. You know, as I mentioned, it's only increased 4 times in the history of this chapter, so we need to find a way to balance that out and stop the reduction and start at least a plateau. Our chapter is well known, or well below the minimum requirement for an official branch, with no signs of improvement. That's not to fear, because we have a plan. With our primary AVA players moving to another guild, we're left with little to no public visibility. That definitely didn't help. Gaiscioch was not designed originally to be a small and medium community, therefore our very mechanic is against us with our promoting by action, not words. That has pretty much been a death sentence to our community over there, and I think it's really been a burden on us, and I think that if we were able to promote publicly about what we are and what we're doing, I think we'd have a lot better result. But to do that, we have to kind of sacrifice the Gaiscioch way. AVA is Alliance versus Alliance. It's siege combat, to those on Twitch that were asking. So, how can we change this course? First of all, we need to be proactive about inviting people to our groups. If you see someone saying LFG and you're in AVA, get them in your group. If you see somebody asking for a group in Guild, get them into your group. We have to be proactive. Every time that you let somebody slip through your fingers and go to another group instead of yours, you're helping contribute to us not getting the people that we need involved. So we need to be hyperly proactive about getting groups formed and getting people in our groups and introducing ourselves to others. We need to be making positive impressions on new players. So if you can run a new player event, please do so. The more that we can get involved in helping the community, the more we'll be in front of our people, and they'll decide to, come hang out with us. We need to get more involved in game vogs and start building relationships with people that we already have. We need to slow the bleed. The curve that you saw there isn't people not joining the family. That's people leaving the game or leaving the family. So we need to slow that down and get that to where it's plateaued and we're not losing people. We need to do whatever we can to keep them excited about ESO and keep them playing. If that means doing a different type of event, that means doing a different type of event. Event leaders, take a look at your population, and if you see your population going down, it's time to change the event. We got to do whatever we can to slow that bleed. And the elders have come up with a creative plan to adapt to a small scale to medium scale environment, but it will take a little time to develop, so I'm hoping to have that ready to present by November's State of the Family, so definitely keep tuned for that. Things we do know. I am not giving up on this group of people. These people are freaking awesome. I love these people. There are so many good people inside of the ESO branch, and it would be it would be painful to see any of those people go away. I love these people, and I want to keep going out there and having fun with them. It's a very tight-knit group of people, and if they were given the right tools and the right abilities, I'm sure that they would thrive. So we just need to accept the fact that ESO is never going to be a game where we can thrive as a large community, and we need to stop trying to be one. We need to embrace the small community life and really kind of find our way in the small community world rather than trying to force us to be something that we're not. Which brings us to the future. Join us for the State of the Family on November 7th for a glimpse at our plans for the future of this chapter, and no, that does not mean closing it. We're going to find a way to make this work one way or another.
Well,
So-
I think a lot of people are happy about that. I know so many of Gaiscioch love ESO still and are dedicated to playing it every day.
Yeah, there's. If it was any different, if the feeling I got when I would come over there and hang out with them and play and see them playing with each other, if there was any different vibe, like they were starting to throw knives at one another, or there was infighting going on, or stuff like that, then I would be considering closing. But there are so many good people that put their hearts out there for everybody, and it's worth saving. And there's got to be a way for us to succeed in this environment. There has to be. I mean, there's just too many good people there not to succeed. I mean, it's just there's got to be an answer. So we're going to try it, and we're going to try something different, something that we've never done before. And if it works, it works. If not, then people point the finger and hate me. It's good. So we're going to talk about Guild Wars 2 at this point. This is kind of a big update. I wanted to kind of brief the ESO people first because I know you guys always wait till the very end of this thing and never get your dues, and I wanted to give you guys a chance to be first. So now GW2 is last. Wake up, GW2 people!
The last shall be first, and the first shall be last.
Kitty.
Wait, what?
Kitty, can you please give me the proper ambiance here? Give me a good wake-up call.
Kitty
That
Whoa,
is
that was amazingly well. I am so awake right now.
Kitty, evil laugh.
Wake up, people!
There we go. All right, there. Now you're awake. Good. Now I got your attention. This month's event lineup. So we're going to let the event leaders here in a moment go over who's running what's running who, and then we're going to go into a population update. We're going to go over our extensive plans for Heart of Thorns. I've been sitting on it until it's more public. It's now public, so I can talk about things. Preparation, guild hall plans, mission plans, plans for SPVP, yes, SPVP, and then the Gaiscioch Tribute Hall. So first off, let's go ahead and let our event leaders, please, go ahead and share your events.
Okay. I am running my Let's Get Specialized event, where I run around Turia, running around the map doing nothing but gathering hero points to go into our elite specializations as fast as we can once HOT launches. I will be changing the time on that in the coming 2 weeks, since my schedule is changing, so I won't be putting a hold on that event. I'll just be running it at a different time. And what I feel is what we've been missing is a map clearing event on the calendar. So I will figure out something to put up an early or hours map clear to try and fill Rylis's shoes of doing map clears each week.
Thank you, Jay.
Hey, this is the other Jay. It's Jay Onassi. I'm running on Monday mornings at 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern. Running a World Boss train. Jay's World Boss Hunt. We have food and banners. You're welcome to come for as many World Bosses as you can make. If you can't make them all, that's okay. We go to as many as you can go to. This is very new person friendly. If you can't get to the high level ones, you can come to the lower level ones. That's just fine. And if you're outside of the event, I'm happy to help you get to some of those waypoints so that you can open them up so you can come to the higher level world bosses too. Just, give me a message in game and I'll help you find those other places. There's a thread on the forum about the world boss train, so you can see all of the world boss waypoints and get those opened up. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to message me. In game, it's Scorch or Salvia Stormseeker, and on the forum, it's Jay Onassi.
Awesome. Thanks, Jay. And Jay.
JJ. That's JJ.
This month coming up in Guild Wars 2 is Theater Month, so if you are interested in at all in learning and doing plays inside of Guild Wars 2, I will be looking at running one. There will be forum posts for scheduling and discussion of what we want to do. Please look for them if you're interested.
Can I ask you one question? I have seen you have that for both of them over this past year and a half plus, and I still don't know what you do. Like, are we in Guild Wars 2 when we do that?
Yes, it's actually a play staged inside of the game. So basically, you have characters that are making a play inside of the game.
Oh, really? All right.
It's like Gameception.
Gameception. I've always seen him put them up, and I don't know what the heck's involved.
Basically,
I'm
if
not
you
coming
can
if I...
type and possibly do emotes, Guild Wars 2 doesn't have a ton with that, so it's mostly typing at that point, then you can do those.
Okay.
And
I'll give it a shot. I'll try if it's on when I'm not doing something for sure. I didn't know what they were, and I keep seeing them up there, and I'm like, what does he mean, a play?
I literally mean you're doing a play. You get to be a cast member.
Great, where can we get
you
tickets?
get to help make the decisions of what we're doing if you want.
I won't come if I can't be a princess.
Yes, Jay.
Oh,
You
well.
would be a very pretty princess, however, it may be West
Take
Side
your
Story-ish.
potion, Jay.
I'm the prettiest princess of them all.
There is no denying that.
Okay, this is Leslie of the Stars. I do my Roll versus Roll Sunday night at 4, and Friday at 11:30. I run those two for 4 hours instead of 3 in World versus World, and then I do a Havoc group at night after Fogs, anywhere between 8 to 8:15 I start. And we really need a lot more people that are interested in Havocing in World versus World with the new changes coming, as well as nighttime players. So if anybody's up late at night and they want to run around from 9 to midnight or 1 a.m., just come and join me up there. As well, I do my dungeon runs Monday night, and we're having another fundraiser this Monday night for the dungeon runs. And please sign up for those. I've already got 4, so that we could possibly make 2 teams and donate gold for our new guild hall. But we're going to need a lot of stuff, apparently.
Indeed.
Yes, it's a big indeed.
Yes, lots of stuff. All the stuffs.
Well, good evening, everybody. I guess I'll go next. Good evening, everybody. My name is Smitty, and I have a couple events that I partake in during the week. The first, my main event, is on Wednesday evenings at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Smitty's Sabres World versus World. We come in, we have banners, food, singing, and a lot of fun. So please make sure you come out to that event. It's always great to have as many people as we can. Middle of the week. Less stress on people to kill or be killed, but it's a lot of fun that we have, and I think a lot of people can attest to that. The other event I partake in during the week is on Monday evenings, the streams of Epic Adventure. That is when Fog, myself, and Soren get together and we traverse the gaming universe looking for interesting, fun games to play and demonstrate. You can always watch us on the Twitch stream when we broadcast that, as well as if we are having an open event, you can even participate with us and be part of a stream that is growing leaps and bounds. Fog will get to that a little bit later. Something interesting to be watching out for on the map in the future is I'm going to be having another hide and seek event. The last one was extremely popular. We ended up giving away 600 gold over the course of the event, where we have 5 different hide and seek games. So watch for that coming again in the not too distant future. It was a lot of fun last time. I hope to get even more people participating this time, as it will be a community event. So please feel free to join in. And that's what I have for you. Smitty signing out.
Smitty, can I ask one question there? I missed the last one because it was on Saturday again. It's the only day of the week I'm not on here very much.
Okay, well, we'll see if we can make it a Sunday or something like that. And I want to make sure that we have it on a day when we can get most people out to participate.
I mean, if you can't, it's just Saturday. I missed so many cool events on Saturday, guys.
All right, and then my events are still going to be running Tuesday, 4:30 p.m. is when we start forming up for these SORC, Tequaddle, and Guild missions run, and then at 6 o'clock we do the Siege War live stream. That's usually on the Sanctum Royal Borderlands to start at 6 o'clock, and then we migrate from there over to the other places. And then on Saturday night at 11 p.m. we do the missions in World v. World again. That also includes Tequaddle. We start forming up in SORC, the temporary event guild, at approximately probably 10:45 and through 11. By 11 we roll out to the first mission. Then we do Tequaddle at 12. That's going to continue on through the release of Hot. So you can definitely stay tuned for that if you're interested in joining the SORC missions. Just show up to the events. That's 4:30 p.m. Pacific time. Just send Foghladha.2506, Foghladha.2506 a message, and I will get you into SORC. And then on Saturday at 11 p.m., that is our Oceanic Run. And those are my... Anyone else have any GW2 events they would like to promote?
Yeah, just sort of. I don't have one for this week, but the following week, after next weekend, my playtime will go back to being North America instead of Oceanic. And I'll be starting up some events that are going to prepare for Hot, and then switching my events over to being Hot events after launch. One of the things I plan to get done is my runs, maybe a couple or 3 times during that 10 days before we launch, of going and getting 42 hero challenges in 3 hours by running through.
Oh, yay.
So I'll try and schedule at least one on the weekend and one during a weekday and one on a weeknight. And I think that will get us covered so that people get a chance to take a character through and get those 42 points.
Awesome. That's awesome, Shmi.
So look for that, not this coming week, but the following week.
Sounds good. Anyone else?
Yes, I have a question. Okay, do you know who's gonna be running Reset this week? Or next week?
I will probably throw something up for Reset. Not every week, but perhaps at least once a month, if not twice a month. And I have yet to figure exactly which weeks I will run. Will probably either be first or third or second or fourth.
Yay!
So I'll figure that out here shortly and have something up before the end of the weekend. Also on Saturday, I run an event, Saturday Adventures with Terrafer. It can be open world v world. The last couple weeks we've been doing different classes and builds and interactions for world v world, and we might be doing a little bit more of that, but as we get toward Hot launch, we will probably look at doing some of the specializations. I hope I said that right. And some of the things that are going to come out with Hot.
Sounds great, Tara.
Alrighty.
That's it for me.
So I think that's everything. There's a lot of events on our calendar, so you can always check it out at going gsch.info/GW2events. Anything that you see without logging in is public, which means that anybody and everybody, even non-Gaiscioch Game members, can attend. So feel free to PM the person that's running it and let us know if you want to attend. It's always open. And again, you can join us on our voice chat by going to gsch.info/voice. That'll take you directly to the Join Our Gamebox channel. And you'll just be able to download Gamebox, and it'll automatically have Gaiscioch in your channel list.
Can I type in for a second?
So, population update. This is pretty much what our population has looked like over the last year. We had a pretty good decline early on in the year, and since then it went up and then came back down, and it's now on the rise again. We always, like every branch that we have, whether it was Rift, Warhammer, Dark Age Camelot, we always go down during the summer months. I've never seen it actually go up in the summer months. So this is not unusual to see a peak like that and then a decline and now a rise again. Throughout the end of the year, we should see a pretty steady rise again. And as Hot comes out, I'm willing to guess that we're going to have a little bit of a boom, which should push us over the 500 mark, probably closer to the 540, maybe 600 mark. And then as people come back, check out Hot, and decide whether it's going to be for them or not, we'll probably see a bit of a decline like we always do anytime that a game releases or an expansion comes out. That's pretty much common practice. So, but for the most part, we are, over the course of a year, pretty much staying average. I mean, we're sitting right about average where we were. So, you know, it's pretty flat line. This is a good, comfortable position because we're not having to rotate people too much, and people aren't rotating out of our family. You know, closer to that 14-day mark, there is more like 20, 25 days before they get rotated out, so we're not doing so much invite back and forth. So this is a good number. Battle plan for Hot. Preparation. What can you do to prepare? Stockpile your crafting supplies. We're going to need a lot of them. We're going to need all kinds of crafting supplies. I can't begin to list them all. Tomes of Knowledge. Yes, in the video you can actually see Tomes of Knowledge in the donatable items list that you can donate to your guild. So stockpile those. We're going to need them. Essence of Luck. Another thing that you can catch in the video. Stockpile those guys as well. Obsidian shards were also in the little bin that they showed, so stockpile those. I've got 1,000 of those sitting in my bank. I got 3 million karma waiting, so anything I can use karma for, I plan on filling. We're going to need to have those for, you know, 4 or 5 different guilds. So yeah, stockpile those. We're going to need them. Crafters, prepare yourself. Make sure that you got all your bank slots filled with crafting supply, ready to go. We're going to have to kick out some decorations for our halls. We're going to have to kick out some stuff to for the new scribing thing. And then raiders, if you want to raid, get into your ascended gear before this patch hits. Soren's going to be leading a raid, at least one. We are possibly looking at forming up a second raid. You will need ascended gear to be able to go. So make sure that you are wearing full ascended. And if you plan on raiding, you're going to end up having to work as a team and change your build accordingly. You need to be open to that. If you're not open to that, then raiding probably isn't for you. So if you're wanting to raid, get in touch with Soren. She'll set you up. She'll get you started. We'll probably have some other of our raiders that we had in Rift popping over here, and we'll get them set up, get them familiar with things. We got to get prepared, ready to go for this. We definitely want to hit those raids full steam ahead. And then
yeah.
Go ahead, Soren.
Sorry, I was just gonna say, for raiding too, if you don't have ascended or all ascended gear, at least make sure you're in exotic. We won't be able to take anybody without exotic.
Oh, Fog, I had a quick note on scribing as well, if you got a moment.
Sure.
So during their live stream, Anet mentioned that dyes can actually be salvaged for pigments, which you can use for scribing. So I would recommend hanging on to all of your dyes that you already have the colors for.
Oh,
Yes.
really? Okay.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
I just wanted to throw in a note there that the Hellraw and AA that Prissy is doing on Wednesdays and Sundays, if you are interested in doing trials in ESO, please contact Prissy, Verve, or myself. We can definitely help get your character trial / raid worthy. A good place to start is I linked my Rating 101 post, so we'd love to see more people out. And that's it.
Thank you. So the other thing is donating gold. We need lots of gold. Lots and lots of gold. So you can send that to Foghladha 2506. That's going to be the primary currency that we use to upgrade and buy guilds. Each guild thing, I believe they said, was 100 gold. So yeah, we're going to need lots of gold.
Just to unlock the expedition.
Yeah, just to unlock the expedition to get the guild hall, we're going to need that. And we've got 5 rooms to worry about. So yeah, it's going to be a push, and we're going to need to all pull together and make this happen.
So we will concentrate on our main Gaiscioch and Sword?
I'll get to that.
Or... Okay.
Still got like 5 more slides to get through.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
So,
Did I lose sound?
No, I think I'm missing a slide, so I'm looking for my missing slide.
Yeah, I was.
The slide you have up is exciting, though.
Do not
get one of each.
We are temporarily experiencing technical difficulties. Please hold.
I heard so.
Bam! There we go. I found the missing slide. Okay, so guild mission plan, I believe, was my missing slide. We are going to be doing PvE missions in Sork, so they are going to be targeted solely at PvE missions, and we're going to do those on Tuesdays and Saturdays, just as we always have. For Gaiscioch, Raw, Morgan, and Anu, they're all going to be World v World focused, and I did get confirmation from a dev on the forum that they will be doable by anyone at any time. So if I do it with Terrafer and Kitty in the middle of the night, you are going to be able to do that same mission that I already got credit for and I already got the rewards for again whenever you want. So everybody will get the ability to do the missions. We're going to have them in Raw, Morgan, and Anu. You'll be able to represent any of those at any time because the guild system now allows you to see all chat channels at the same time. So you'll see the Raw chat, you'll see Morgan if you're in Morgan, or Anu if you're in Anu. Whichever the primary rooms you're in, you're going to see that chat. You're also going to see the Sork chat. And then if you decide that you want to PvP and do SPVP with people, we are going to be opening back up the original Gaiscioch as the PvP room, and it's going to be targeting PvP missions. So all the missions in there will be PvP focused. At the current time, they're going to be launching, having you be able to get credit in the commendations for all the missions, whether it's PvE, World v World, PvP, depending on what guilds there. So if you do all the PvE missions in Sork, you can do all the PvP or World v World missions in Raw, and then do all the PvP missions in Gaiscioch and get the full spectrum of commendations. So that's going to be really powerful for the people that are kind of the PvX players. You're going to be able to get all three lines, all of the different mission types. So that's a whole lot of commendations in not a lot of time. So okay, so you will only be in Morgan or Anu. You will not be in both. The reason we have those three there is because we don't have enough people to fit into one. So we have the Morgan and Anu as primary rooms where people will flow. We have a load balancer that splits people in each one, and then everybody that's online gets invited into Raw. So Morgan and Anu are pretty much our big rooms where we have a 45-day rollover. Gaiscioch and Raw has a 7-day rollover. So anyone that is offline for more than 7 days gets the boot so that we can invite the next person that's in Morgan and Anu in. It pretty much operates just like Sork. Whoever's been offline the longest gets the boot first. And then the PvP room, anyone that's in Gaiscioch and Raw can request an invite to the PvP room, and any of the PvP room folks will be able to invite them in. So that's going to basically be a self-propagating group that can be specifically designed for PvP. And I'm hoping that we can get a team together to be able to start doing some of these tournaments. So, Guild Hall plan. Day 1, Phase 1, we are going to go after the Lost Precipice for Gaiscioch and Raw. That's the Sky Castle. And then we're going to be going after Gilded Hollow for Sork. That's the Golden Underground area. And then after we get Gaiscioch and Raw and Sork upgraded to the point where we can start maintaining our missions and doing things, and it's pretty much self-running at that point, we're going to start doing the Guild Hall prep work for the Morgan and Anu rooms, where we'll be unlocking the Gilded Hollow. So Raw will be the only Lost Precipice. The others will all be Gilded Hollow. So you'll have lots of areas to wander around if you want to check out your own the primary room, Gilded Hollow, you're welcome to it. If you want to check out Raw, you're welcome to it. We're going to need a lot of resources to build up all these different rooms, and eventually we'll probably open up Gaiscioch to have the Lost Precipice as well, along with the big arena that they have in that one. So we'll have the arena with that one, and that will pretty much be our primary focus. The good news is that with these 3 castles being built up and the resources being built up, we'll have 3 different objectives on the World v World map that we can claim for Sanctum of Roll and have weapons at our disposal. So it's going to be very important for us to upgrade those and have them so that we can trigger the big upgrades and stuff and support our server. So the plan for SPVP, we're going to be resurrecting the old Gaiscioch room that has no anything. We're going to be focused missions on SPVP. There won't be a vault. The vault's already being used for all the prizes that we give away for Sanctum of Raw. Invites will be given to players representing Raw, and longest offline time gets removal for a new invite. Pretty much the same way that Raw works. And then the tribute hall we are going to build somewhere in the Sky Castle. I want to find the perfect place for it, and we are going to build a tribute to Roger Oldwood Rawl, Joanne Jaxia Ecker, and Steve Zerdot Sarko, and all of our fallen heroes. So we want to build a place where we can remember all of our loved ones that have left too soon. So we'll be building that up in the Gaiscioch No Rawl Hall. Eventually, we might also build one in Sork. So you can look forward to that and definitely help out with that. We're going to need a lot of crafting supplies to build the statues and whatnot. But I did get confirmation that there is a char statue, so we'll be using a char statue for Raw. And then for Jaxia, hopefully they have like one of the mage style statues, and we can use that for Jaxia. Zerdot, if they got some kind of engineer, we'll see what we can do. So next up, the magazine. We are doing issue 7, The Human Connection, Going Beyond the Game. This issue talks about the relationships that we forge in games that carry over into real life. Yes, our logo is pink. Yes, this is going to be our first Gaiscioch magazine where we go full out pink on our logo. We're going to support the pinkness and show our support to breast cancer awareness this issue. It ships October 26th, which just happened to be my daughter's birthday. Happy birthday, Allie. And it will be featuring interviews from Sword Coast Legends, CD Projekt Red, the makers of Witcher, Otherland, Counterspell, and Celestial Command. We are looking for writers, so if you've ever wanted to write for a blog or magazine or online news source and you just don't feel that you have the talent that it takes to be able to be a great writer, well, we have the best editors in the world, and they make me sound brilliant. So if I sound brilliant, you would sound like Shakespeare. So definitely sign up, send us some gibberish, and watch the magic happen. Our editors are the best there is. So thank you, editors. You guys are doing a great job. We just need more people willing to write.
Asterisk, your individual results may vary.
Speaking of that, we still can use more editors as well.
Yes, we're always looking for more people. So if you got any kind of talent in writing or editing or taking screenshots or falling off cliffs, we want to hear about you.
Actually, it would be really good to get a list of topics that you want to write about. Maybe think about putting together a topical publishing calendar so people can pick off of that and write items that you can stock up for use all year long.
Yeah, that would be nice. The only problem is that this is such a kind of organic publication, whereas, you know, like this issue, we knew probably about a month beforehand that we were going to go this route just because of things that developed. Largely, it was losing Jaxia that caused me to say that this needs to be this issue. And then Zerdot right after that. So this is kind of a, you know, it changed our perspective on things, and we thought that this is a story that we want to tell. Interview-wise, I didn't get any of these interviews until about a couple weeks ago, and then they started responding. So we really don't know what we're going to get each time. We just have to approach them and hope that somebody decides to write about it. But anyone could write about anything at any time. If you want to write about dogs, we will publish an article about dogs. We don't care. We want anything that affects the lives of a gamer to be in here. So this one I didn't post it on here. Sorry, Smitty, but we have it like a 16-page Guild Wars 2 cookbook that was done by Smitty and a bunch of people who donated recipes and photos of these great dishes that they made in a Guild Wars 2 theme. So that's going to be in there. And that was just kind of a little brainchild. My mom actually started it in the last issue. We had a Guild Wars 2 themed recipe, and then we're like, this looks interesting. We should try this. And then Smitty's like, I'll do it. I'll take the helm. And away we went.
I like to eat.
Just to follow up, what I mean is, for example, well, I manage a publishing calendar for my company, and we have, at least 20% of any given publication that is set aside for current items, current activities, the unexpected, whatever. But we do our publishing calendar around the other 80%, so that it's not always a situation where we're scrambling trying to find content. That was my suggestion.
Yeah, and I as well work for a publication, and that's the same way that we do it. The hard part is that we don't really know what we're going to write about, where this isn't like a structured magazine. We just put what comes to mind out there. So we would really have to sit down and think about everything in that flow and come up with kind of a plan. Right now, this all started because we were sitting around one day and saying, hey, wouldn't it be cool if we put together a magazine? And then other people were like, hey, let's do it. So we did it. And that's how it started. We had no direction, no plan, we didn't even know if it was going to work. We just kind of threw our articles on the table and said, okay, let's make this work. And then we did it. We thought it'd be fun, and so far it's opened up a lot of opportunities for us and a lot of new ideas. And honestly, if you've got that kind of experience, we could definitely use you on the team to help guide us, because we don't know what we're doing. We're just doing it. We're learning as we go. So aside from that, we have our web series. Trailer. Enjoy. And yes, there you have it. Guild Systems Deconstructed now has a trailer. I have gotten Smitty to agree to help me put these together. These are going to be launching starting November 4th, one per week. It's going to release every Wednesday. We're going to have a 12-episode season. We're going to be breaking down guild and community systems in all kinds of games. We're hoping that this can turn into a rather nice series that both developers and gamers can enjoy. We will very much be focusing on what makes a guild system in a community really powerful and what things hold it back. And we're going to be looking at each game and going through a list of things and critiquing the game, whether it's got a strong social system, whether it's got strong progressive systems, all the different things that make the guild system really flourish, we're going to look at and kind of judge each game on, and then we're going to have kind of a rating system based on how well that game performed. So we're going to be starting off with the ones that we know really well, the Guild Wars 2, the new guild system, Elder Scrolls Online is going to be in there. We're going to take a look at some of the other guild systems that we've looked at through the Streams of Epic Adventure. And there's some really good ones out there, and we kind of want to highlight them and highlight the good points. So definitely stay tuned to that. You can go to gsch.info/getdeconstructed, and that will take you to our YouTube playlist where all these will show up, and we will be tweeting to the tag getdeconstructed when there's new episodes available. So definitely watch that little thing. It's going to be pretty awesome. I think it's going to definitely help get us in front of a lot of game developers and a lot of gaming communities.
Yep, I agree.
This month in the Streams of Adventure, we are going to be playing Devlin, or Devlin, or Devil Yan.
Billion?
Yeah, I've heard it pronounced all kinds of ways, so we are going to be doing that. It's an amazing game. I mean, honestly, I started playing it about 2 weeks ago. I've never really got into Diablo 3. Diablo 2 was the last Diablo I really enjoyed. We tried the Path of Exile, and I wasn't really big on that one. But I touched Devilian, and oh man, it was good. It's a really good game that should be a really exciting watch. The bad news is that it's not going to happen this week. It's going to happen the week where you see Star Wars Battlefront. I found this out last minute. Sorry guys, got to pick the wife up at the airport. My bad. Scheduling conflict. So Devilian's going to get bumped past Sword Coast Legends and take up that Star Wars Battlefront. And if Battlefront is still online, we'll probably bump that to where System Shock 2 is and move System Shock 2 down the line a little bit more. But
we actually have a question here in from Twitch. It'd be cool if there were surveys on, I'm going to assume they meant guild mechanics, that we could give to these game companies. Is that what Deconstructed would be about?
It's going to be pretty much giving a critique of game systems, and we're going to try to do these in both games that are released right now and games that are coming out in the future, so that we can help coach these game developers in building game systems that encourage people to play with one another, to allow gaming communities to flourish. Because in all honesty, if a game has a community like Gaiscioch that is significantly strong, we can prolong the life of a game, years. But if we have the wrong set of tools and the game fights us every step of the way, there's nothing we can do in our power that's going to allow us to succeed in that game, and that's going to drive people away from the game. So we really want to kind of give people that perspective and let them see these are the things that are exceptional about your system. These are the things that are holding your system back. And basically go in like you would in a company, where you would look at the various departments and you say, okay, this department is performing, this department isn't. You should cut off this department and replace it with these people. Stuff like that. We want to give them a critique where they can make the best of their system and amplify the things that they're doing right and point out the things that they're doing wrong so that they can fix them. Game mechanics, that would be a whole different bag. We're really trying to aim the Deconstructed at being between the 30 and 45 minute range. We don't want to go the full 2 hour like we do with the Streams of Epic Adventure. So the big news is we got Sword Coast Legends. They actually gave us press passes for the whole Stream of Epic Adventure team. So we are going to be having exclusive access to Sword Coast Legends for that week. And we'll be showing off the game before anyone else sees it. So this is a huge win for us. I mean, it was partly because of the magazine. Additionally, it was because of the guy that decided to do the Gaiscioch.org thing. Thank you, whoever you are. You just got me into game sign up when you were trying to troll us. It actually helped us. So thank you. That said, enjoy my lawyer.
We don't recommend anyone else doing this method.
No, I don't recommend it, because my lawyer is contacting that guy right now, and he's going to be in for a very rough time. So, it was a bad situation that somehow miraculously went good. You can only say thank you at times, because it's it's really hard when things, somebody goes out of their way to try to cause damage to your name, and you're able to flip it on its head, and it actually turns out to be good for you in the long run. So it was a bad situation that we managed to flip into something good, but we're thankful for it, because it did give us an opportunity that we normally wouldn't have gotten. So
hope to see you all there. I'll be joining them for that one.
Indeed, and I believe he's even created a little something special for us to play. So thank you.
I have. I hope you have fun with it.
So yeah, check out gsch.info/SOEA. That will have the updated calendar as I get it. We do have a few more exclusive access games coming up, and we're really looking forward to showing off some of these new games. So And sooner or later, I am going to get that System Shock 2 in there because that was one of the best games of my early generation, and I really think it's a game worth showing. And it still plays remarkably well on today's machines. So that's something that you don't usually see. Usually you play an old game and it's like terrible now. And now it's, with the engine that was built on, it actually still looks good. So highly recommend checking it out. Social metrics for this month. October 2015, subscribers. We gained 26 subscribers on Twitch, 17 on YouTube, and 10 on Twitter. And no, we aren't paying for those. So stop writing, asking me to pay for my extra subscribers. Last month we were 11 up for Twitch, 12 for YouTube, and 5 for Twitter. So you can see that our numbers are starting to increase. Now the big up was our viewership. This month we went up 1,541 views on Twitch. We went up 6,191 on Twitch, or on YouTube rather. That's up from 240 or 2,400 last month for YouTube and 845 for Twitch. So our viewership is definitely increasing. Our subscribers are definitely increasing. We're starting to actually see this ball rolling. We should break 100,000 by next month. Thank you to all the people that are manning the Twitters out there. You know, I don't really do Twitter much, but when I do, you guys make me look awesome. So thank you for retweeting and posting up stuff about our streams. Huge help. And thank you to the developers that have been retweeting our streams when we've been posting them up. That's been a huge help as well. So definitely subscribe to us on Twitch, gsch.info/Twitch, or YouTube, gsch.info/YouTube. You can also see our live broadcast at gsch.info/YouTube Live if you want to go directly to the live broadcast. So now we're at the part of the program where we want to open up the floor to questions and answers. If anyone has any questions about anything that you've seen today or anything that we didn't cover and probably should have, I will be happy to talk to you.
Am I allowed to ask a question, or am I supposed to do it on Twitter, Twitch, tweet thing?
You can just openly ask me.
Okay, is the Sword Coast Baldur's Gate?
Very
No,
much.
it's Dungeons and Dragons.
It's a Dungeons and Dragons. It's similar to Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate was a Dungeons and Dragons piece, so it's the same game world. It's just a little different. Regarding Hydra, you asked if Gaiscioch is a registered trademark. I would say yes, it is. We have a copyright on it. We have the trademark on it. So yes. And we have a awesome lawyer based out of New York who deals with big business all the time, and he is a huge resource. We found him in Warhammer Online, and he's been a great godsend to us. So anytime that we need him, he's there for us. So thank you, Colin. Let you know who you are. You've been a real trooper through all this. So thank you.
Sword Coast doesn't have any PvP though, does it?
You can.
No.
You can. I believe you can.
It looks like a really neat game.
I think it's in the multiplayer mode. You can create PvP worlds, I believe. I'm pretty sure I read that. And the dungeon master could be the biggest jerk there is. So make sure that you pick the right dungeon master, because if they're a jerk to you, you're gonna have a rough time.
Oh, so I got it. Okay.
And
so
right
it's like
now,
the
really,
original Neverwinter then?
Say what?
So it's like the original Neverwinter Nights that came out, where you could do a online thing, but it's, you know, GM tools and stuff.
It's more like Vampire the Masquerade. But yes,
for you guys, D&D guys, it's set in the Forgotten Realms.
Are we talking about Neverwinter, the game? You know, the one that released like 3 years ago?
No, Neverwinter.
No, Neverwinter Nights came out like late 90s or whatever. Early
96.
They came out with GM tools, and you could basically develop a server and have an online story and everything, get a big old group of people together.
Well, I know that because I played Neverwinter Nights, and we had a server, but then Neverwinter came out, which was an MMO, so I was kind of confused which one we were talking about.
Just FYI with Sword Coast Legends, right now it's small group focused. There have been talks about the possibility of running, a full persistent world, but they have nothing close to that set up right at the moment.
And who's making Sword Coast?
That would be End Space, I believe, and Digital Extremities.
Digital Extremes, yes, along with N-Space.
I miss Baldur's Gate. I still got it.
Someone made an amazing Neverwinter Nights, like using the engine of Baldur's Gate. The second game, I think, made a conversion of it.
Nice. All right, so let's see. Other questions? Anyone have any other questions? Oh, Devilian, big news on this. I told everyone that we're going to do that tomorrow. Oops. I'll put up a message on YouTube and Twitch so that they know. But when we do it, we're going to be giving away 5 alpha accounts. We got codes for 5 alpha accounts, and we're going to be giving those away on the show. So that'll be on Twitch. So let me pull up quick. That will take place on the 19th. So October 19th is our rescheduled Devilian broadcast, and we'll be giving away 5 alpha keys, which you might pay note to. Those are $150 if you buy them.
Yeah, everyone, I highly recommend you being there to participate and possibly receiving these alphas. I have been playing it for the last few weeks as well, and I must say that this game is top notch. It's really it's an engrossing game. Lots of good gameplay, lots of good team mechanics, lots of fun stuff to toy around with. So it does come highly recommended.
What's the name again, Smith?
Devilian, Devillin.
Just one L.
Okay.
Interesting. Never heard of it. I'll have to look it up.
It's a new one by Tryon Worlds and Bluehole Geno. Geno was a company that Bluehole bought. It's not actually made by the people that made Terra.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah. I saw. I was hearing about, but it's like something like that. But yeah, I want to try. But it's like but the fact that sometimes you get the key, sometimes you don't get the key.
Are they breaking up for anyone else?
Yeah, he is. It's okay. That game is going to be free to play when it goes live, so you don't have to worry about paying the $150 to get in now. It most likely will be in beta in the next few months, and that will probably be opened up to the public a little more. So definitely check it out when it does. You can check out the stream. In the meantime, you can hope to win one of our keys. We're going to also be doing another giveaway during the Extra Life event, and hopefully be passing out some more keys there. I'm trying to work on a little bit of a budget worth of keys for it. So we'll see what we can give away. But yeah, it's definitely a game that I would highly recommend playing. It's a lot of fun. And the boss fights are amazing. I love the boss fights.
The boss fights are pretty hardcore, but they are a lot of fun. As a recommendation to kind of see what that looks like, recently Fog did a side quest where where I joined him for a boss fight where unfortunately the 2 other people in the party, me included, were dead, and Fog had to finish the boss by himself and did it in epic style. So I recommend to look at it.
Yes, in fact, the keys that we are giving away for Devillin, I am hoping go to people that are not Gaiscioch members. So, Gaiscioch members, most likely I'll be able to get you guys keys later. But the keys that I'm planning on giving away on the show, I'm hoping that actually go to people that aren't members. We want to make sure to reward the people that are tuning in during my late night streams, like Xfox over there. That guy's always watching. Thanks for tuning in. It's a lot of fun, and we got a lot of followers now, and I want to make sure that they're all rewarded. So yeah, it's open to everybody. Like everything Gaiscioch does, you don't have to be a member of the community to be a part of what we do. It's a question about Shrouds of the Avatar. I'll be honest with you, I've played it several times. I've been a tester for a long time, and I still haven't been able to get into it. So at this point, it's not going to come from my department if I'm trying to push Shrouds of the Avatar. Gaiscioch as a whole is not looking there to become a chapter. In the future, we might look at doing something there, if there's demand, but right now I haven't seen any demand for it. Anyone else have any
Shroud
questions?
Avatar how long has that Shroud Avatar been in alpha? 2-3 years now?
Quite a while.
Yeah, it's done. Before it gets started.
I mean, I saw it back at PAX 2 years ago, and it was fairly cool looking, and I really liked it. But just the sheer amount of things that you have to do to be able to fight something is more than it is required. They need to simplify it a little bit if they want to make it a mainstream game.
Okay, can I ask you something? When I look at the votes, Camelot Unchained is very close to GW2, and like a tidbit with ESO. How did you experience Camelot Chained, Fog?
I can't talk about Camelot Unchained.
Okay. All right.
And those aren't my votes; those are your votes.
So where can we?
That's
do we
interest
just
level.
type in Google and go Camelot Unchained and see what it says about it?
You can click on the link. Each one of those is a link that you can click on, and it takes you to their homepage and talks about it. But right now, there isn't really anything that's coming out in the near future that we're planning on branching. So it's just going to be we're just keeping an eye on the horizon, and if anything, that little Battle for Gaiscioch chart shows us where we should be reporting on. That's the stuff that you're interested in. We want to make sure that we cover those games in our magazine and our news. Just because if you guys are interested in it, we want to present you with the stuff that we find on it. And if there's any opportunities there, we definitely want to provide those opportunities to you guys. So.
Okay.
Well, I don't have a question, but for one, I've gotten a game through the Gaiscioch Loot Vault like a few days after it launched, and it worked very smoothly. I got a game on Steam that I've been looking at, but never gotten around to get. So when the code came up, I was very happy, and it worked very smoothly and quickly. And since October 1st, I've been with Gaiscioch for a full year now, and I just wanted to say Gaiscioch has made this year of gaming probably my best year in playing video games that I've had in my 21 years.
Awesome, man.
Oh, you're so young.
We love you, Jay.
Yes.
For those that don't know, Jay is like an exceptional dancer. So if you ever see one of his videos, oh my goodness, can that boy move?
Yes, he can.
I'm pretty sure God gave him all my dance moves when I was born. Because man, I danced like a dead fish.
He's also good at jumping puzzles.
True, true.
You dance like a dead fish?
Yes, like just kind of like die on the floor and then hide.
I dance like a roadkill on the side of the road having a seizure.
Pretty much. Yeah, that's me.
I'll never look at roadkill the same.
He's driving down the road.
There goes Kitty.
Alcohol.
So yeah, I could just see Pops driving down the road. Hi, Kitty.
Hey, Kitty.
Oh boy.
Another cone waiting.
You gotta learn to move a little faster there, kid. What's the last thing Kitty said? Gone.
So yes, I'm going to put this out there before we go. I have gigantic keys on the Loot Vault. If you want a gigantic key, it works for Xbox One or Windows 10. So go grab one. We got plenty of those keys to pass out. Just go in there, request it, and it'll shoot right over to you right away. You can plug it in, it'll give you instructions and everything. That's a fairly fun game. Soren and I played it at PAX. It was a lot of fun. Give it a look. It's made by pretty much half of the Guild Wars 2 devs.
I highly recommend it. For somebody that doesn't play many MOBAs, I thoroughly enjoy it. Or enjoyed it.
Where'd you say that was located?
In the Gaiscioch Loot Vault, if you go to the marketplace, there's a new tab that's up at the top on the secondary nav. Right in the middle, it says Loot Vault. You can go there, and there's beta keys. And inside there is the gigantic keys.
So yeah, we love Jay. He's an amazing commander, an amazing mesmer, an amazing friend.
He does a lot for the community. He really does.
And we share a name.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have two. Yeah, you have two sides of the same J.
Watch
Alright.
out for the day the J's combine. Chaos will ensue.
Appears that questions are slowing down. Does anyone else have any questions before we call this a day?
So this fabulous game is gigantic?
Yes, gigantic. It definitely is gigantic.
Oh yeah.
See what I did
Oh
there?
yeah. Oh yeah. So okay. About this is regarding Rao's Rao's Guild Hall. I remember you were talking about doing like a tribute file or something. Since it's a tribute file or such. Can you enlighten us and the viewers more on what given entail?
We're going to put statues and decorate the place as a little area for us to remember the fallen members.
But no, I know. But you said about taking us and following you off the sides of the guild hall.
There's lots of cliffs in the guild hall. We'll have lots of fun jumping off it.
I know, but it's there's an idea you said about going back to your camp and fall damage. You said about leading people, seeing if you can get somebody, if you can get enough Gaiscioch and to create like a mass grave of people from fall damage.
We can talk about that later. I don't know. I mean, yeah, we can definitely arrange it. It'd be a funny video.
I don't know if you guys saw the videos this week, but they showed making your own jumping puzzle inside of a side of your guild
Using
hall.
mostly pillows and chairs.
Yeah, but whatever the furniture things are, and then you can stack them up and delete the ones that are further down.
I demand setting up a jumping puzzle committee.
Yes.
I will be on that committee, Jay.
Oh, me too.
It's very exciting to see.
After last
You can give
night,
me a
I don't
portal
want to
that
hear about
maybe.
jumping puzzles for a bit.
Come on.
Hey, we did it! We succeeded, man!
We found the secret cat lair.
I hurt
Oh, the
so
lion's
bad.
art.
And yeah, Troll's Revenge.
I hurt so bad I had to take 4 Motrin and lay on the couch for a bit.
Alright, everyone. That's going to have to be it for today. Thank you all for attending. Be sure to attend our next summit, which is going to be our State of the Family. That is on November 7th at 4 p.m. Pacific. It'll be right here on Twitch. So gsch.info/Twitch or gsch.info/YouTube Live to tune into that. That will be covering over all the stuff that we did this past year and leading up into the future and where Gaiscioch is going over the next year. So be sure to attend that one. That's our big one. We do it every year. It's open to the press, open to the public. It's a good show.
Your mom
Thanks,
wants
everyone.
to apologize.
Thank you, Fog.
Thanks, Fog. Good meeting.